Good afternoon. It's a beautiful week. This week is my favorite holiday, Thanksgiving, talking about gratitude. Um, Anyone who's watched me over the past, several months has at least heard me speak about gratitude just a little bit. And I wanted to spend just a few moments today talking about being thoughtful around what we're grateful for, what we're thankful for. And there's a great story about Choni the Circle Maker. And Choni the Circle Maker was somebody who really had an intimate relationship with God. He was somebody who really kind of had a relationship. It was with its ups and its downs. And I like this character in Jewish literature because he is somebody much like ourselves who at times maybe you feel close in your relationships with somebody. Maybe sometimes you feel distance in a relationship, but that's the human part with the entirety, the good, the bad. That it just is these relationships. And Choni had that relationship with God, or at least so in the literature and in our Jewish literature. But in the Talmud in Ta'anit, there's a great story about Choni. And one day, Choni goes out and he sees a person planting a carob tree. And of course, as you know, carob trees, it's that's not like chocolate. I was told that carobs were like chocolate, but it's not at all like chocolate. But it does add a sweetness, and that's important. And carob trees are all over the Holy Land. But so Choni goes to this person planting the carob tree, and he asks, "How many years will it take for the fruit of the tree to come, the carobs to come out?" And the person planting says it'll take 70 years, 70 years for the products of that tree. Uh, and then Choni says to the planter, "Are you sure you're going to live that long?" And Choni asks, "I found carob trees planted already in the world," explained the planter. "And so just as my father plants for me, I plant for my children." We don't plant trees, at least according to this wonderful story. We don't plant trees for ourselves. We don't plant fruit for ourselves because it will take time for the products or for the fruit to develop. But we think about the next generation because if we only thought of ourselves, we wouldn't ever be able to get the wonderful aspects of the fruit, or in this case, the carob. And what's important, I think, for us to contemplate for just a moment is the idea of a tree. What is a tree? A tree is something, if you take a look outside your house or go for a walk, you see a tree, and do we really know what a tree is? Do we really understand the importance of a tree? Do we really understand the lifespan of a tree? We don't really understand. It's not something that we as human beings can truly get to the core of. But what we do know is what it does for us as human beings. What does that mean? We experience it. We all know that it produces oxygen, right? We all know that it produces fruit. We all know that it produces shade. We all know what the tree produces through our own kind of experience with the tree. And here, it's that we have our interaction with the tree, but based on somebody else or based on something else that did it for us. And knowing that there is our creator or those who went before us who are thoughtful about what our needs will be. And just so, too, we should be thoughtful of the needs of those who come after us. And that is true gratitude. That is truly being thankful, is being aware that somebody came before me, somebody did something for me so that I could live my life really painless today. There's nothing, I'm not being attacked. There's nothing happening to me in this world. I'm living a pretty pleasant life. And that is because somebody thought about me at some time in the past. And that's what we do now. We think about those who come after us, those who come as a result of what it is that we are doing. Their needs are able to be met. And so that is actually true gratitude. I was taught many years ago that we show gratitude, we don't just say it. And that's how you show gratitude, by thinking about who will come, anticipating the needs of those who will come after us, thinking about what it is that others will need in the future. Not just needs that they need this and that they're needy, that we need to fulfill those needs, but that there will be a time in which somebody will need to eat in the future. So I help them. It makes us concerned about our environment. It makes us concerned about our daily living. It makes us concerned about how we interact with our world, how we interact with other people. And that's how we show our gratitude, by thinking about those who will come after us. Want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. May we find time to do something this week, preferably before Thanksgiving, where we're really concerned about those who will come after us. Happy Thanksgiving.